Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Bleach 1000 Year War, the conflict episode number 3 reaction. So the previous episode, a few things happened. First and foremost, we had the battle between Ichigo and Yahabaha. And Ichigo was kind of like, pushing him back at the beginning, but then we just realized that, oh, he's not even using his, power of looking at the future and, that whole thing. And when he starts using it, it's over. Ichigo literally just gets defeated easily. He just dodges everything, and that's what happens. Also, he kind of tricks Ichigo into grabbing the sword which was pierced into the Soul King, and then controlled his Quincy blood and destroyed the crystal in which the Soul King was. So turns out he actually needed someone who had like the Quincy blood, the Shinigami, who was a Shinigami, who was part hollow, all these like conditions, a fullbringer as well, all these things he needed for someone to destroy the Soul King, and Ichigo was the person. So he himself wouldn't be able to destroy the Soul King. He needed Ichigo, and he just kind of manipulated him into it. Right, and so that's what happened. Now, like, everything's like shaking, everything's getting destroyed. um, let's see what happens. Let us get started. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference. And let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, we'll get some backstory. Okay, for Kyoraku and Uhitake. Oh, what? Oh, damn. Okay, what is that thing? That's whoa. Mimi Hagi. Oh, kill the illness eating away a child and devour. Oh my god. So, yeah, so he was sick. We know that. And that's why this is right. So this is why he's always sick. So something happened here? He was saved? Oh, what the? Yo, that's a hand. What type of a. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, wait, his hair turned. Oh, dark arm. So, wait a minute. Uh, hmm. But what is wrong with these people? Why are you beefing with an old lady? What the hell is wrong with you? Hey, what the hell? Yo, this granny has. Oh my god, that is embarrassing. You better go back home. He was stopping him so that he doesn't get embarrassed. Yo, dude, go home. Wow, that is crazy. um, first he got beat up by the granny, now he's getting beat up by a kid. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah. Hmm. Right. Oh, damn, he took. Yeah. Yeah, they're not stopping. Oh, crazy. Even with all of that. I was gonna say, it's in the middle of the battle, so Yeah, there you go. Oh my god. Hmm. So, damn. Oh, because it's for the children. Oh no, stop. Oh my god. Hmm. Oh yeah, this Mimihagi sama. Yeah. Divine powder. Oh, that's why. I was wondering how, like, isn't okay? I'll talk about it later. It's like his hand. Yeah, it's a hand. Left hand enforcement. Hmm. Oh, that's why his, I guess his disease got stopped like that. Yeah, it's like in stillness, so it's not deteriorating. It's there, but it's not, you know. I guess that's why he is like, I can become the replacement for Soul King because he literally has a part of it inside of him. Oh my god. Yeah, why are you guys getting involved in it now? Yeah. Hmm. Replacement. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Sure. We'll be fighting. Oh, right. Hmm. Yeah, this was the final time Unohana. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna die as well in the future, so. So, okay. Then forsaking my organs. part of the Soul King. Oh yeah. Now his condition is going to deteriorate and stuff. Oh. Oh damn. Yeah, and he can become the replacement for Soul King. Hmm. Wow. So he's like, yeah, one day my time will come when I'll have to perform my duty. Oh boy. Oh god. Damn. Yo. Hmm. Wow. Aizen. Yep. We saw that in the previous episode. Oh boy. I wonder what type of conversation they'll have. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. That way to rub it in. Okay. Can she? I guess her power is like time reversal, so maybe she can do it. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. But I guess they're just distracting us, so it's him. Oh, it is working. Okay. Or I don't know. Okay, never mind. Uh, I guess there were so many conditions to kill him, so there must be so many conditions to bring him back. Yeah, so Ukitaka is going to step in over here. Oh, yes. So, oh my god. Yeah. Oh, this is going to patch him up. Did he not see this coming? He can see everything in the future and. He even didn't anticipate that. Yeah, like what? Maybe it's because it's related to the Soul King? Wow. Yeah, I doubt that. But then what do we do now then? We have to. Oh my god, that is so. Hmm. All right, here we go. Is it really? I don't know. Only three of them. Wait, how many keys does he have on him? A lot of them. There you go. Wait, what the? How is he standing up? Yeah. Wait, what? This is so calm. Damn. Wow. Right, so he cannot do anything to him. Yeah. So, what the? No. Why? Damn. So, you keep it near me. Yeah, why do you suddenly just started running towards him? Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'm okay. What is it? Similar interests. Pathetic soul society. Oh, right. He'll probably be like, yeah, you know what? I do want to, like breathe in the air of the destroyed soul society. Haha, let's go. Yeah. Okay, I'm wondering. Oh, I'm wondering. What will he? There must be something that Kyoraku would be like. I don't know, some kind of like not profit, but something that will make Aizen, I guess, help us out. But he did say that technically not helping us out. Our goals are same. So That's why you'll cooperate with us. Something like that. So what's it in for him for now to come out and fight for everyone, I guess. But if we're able to somehow get Aizen as an ally, technically not as an ally, but at least like working towards the same goal, that'll be huge. Like, this is a dude we struggled for throughout the whole season one, that whole first part of Bleach. And if he helps us out, then yeah. My poor. Hmm. The betrayer. Okay, that is it. Hmm. And that was episode number. Excuse me. That was episode number 3 of Bleach Thousand Year Blood War. The conflict. Now, today's episode we got to know a lot more about Ukitake, where his illness comes from, what happened, and how is he able to keep that illness in bay. We get to know about Mimihagi-sama, also the fact that who Mimihagi-sama is and how can he become like a replacement, at least for now, for the Soul King. Obviously, it's not possible for him to become the permanent replacement, but we'll have to do something before like he dies. Before he dies, and within that little amount of time that we have to somehow stabilize everything. And yeah, so for that I am assuming Aizen will be needed, or I don't know why he's technically needed in this situation. Is he needed to fight against Yahabaha, or is he needed for something else? We'll see. Either way, yeah. So that was basically today's episode, like Ukitake's backstory and that whole uh, thing that we saw. Also, another interesting thing happened is that Yahabaha wasn't able to see this in his future. Like, he, as he said, he can see everything in the future. That's why he can anticipate everything and he can like plan accordingly. But even he was like, I have never seen this happen in my future vision. I do wonder the reason behind it. Maybe it is because the what happened was directly related to the Soul King. Maybe that is why he wasn't able to see it, or I don't know. Who knows? Maybe like what was the reason why he wasn't able to get to see the future? Now, the thing that is kind of, I guess you could say, the thing that is kind of like interesting is that even if he didn't see this particular future coming, wouldn't he at least know that Ukitake is someone who was saved by Mimihagi-sama, and wouldn't knowing that particular information in itself make him alerted and be like, you know what, this thing can be a problem in the future, this like Ukitake and Mimihagi, because technically Mimihagi is part of the Soul King. So did he not know that? Did he, like, I'm trying to think, like, or I'm trying to, like, guess, maybe he didn't even know that Ukitake had Mimihagi-sama within him, because even if he didn't see this future coming because of whatever reason, if he at least knew that Ukitake had Mimihagi-sama within him, like, I'm sure he would have been like alert and be like, yo, that might become a problem. But maybe I don't know, maybe he knew it, but he didn't really give it that much of a um, that much of a consideration, because technically he can see everything in the future. So he was like, yeah, like, if something is going to happen, I'll see it anyways. So since I'm not seeing anything in the future, this won't be a threat. Maybe that's what happened, I don't know. But something happened, like something related to the fact that he had no clue that something like this could have happened. um, And yeah, because you can see, he's, as he says, you can see everything, past, present, future, even like, Ichigo's birth and everything, he saw that happening. So that would mean he must have seen Ukitake's situation as well. If he had seen Ukitake's situation and Mimihagi-sama, didn't he, like, wasn't he alerted about that, or didn't he think that this might become a problem in the future? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Who knows? Maybe he particularly didn't see Ukitake's situation because, again, since Mimihagi-sama is part of the Soul King, maybe anything related to the Soul King is something that he couldn't see. Like, everything else he can see, but maybe since it is the Soul King, maybe whatever's going to happen to Soul King and in the future or whatever, maybe he couldn't see that particular thing. That's why Mimihagi-sama was never in his radar. uh I don't know. Like, let's wait and see. I'm assuming they'll, like, let us know in the future why was he not able to see this part of the future at least. um okay. Right. And while Ukitake was fighting his own battle, we have Yoraku, who was like, I have to fight my own battle. So, he comes and talks to Aizen, and he's like, we want to get out of here? Yeah, and they made sure that everything, like, nothing goes wrong, like the Central 46. They literally made him seal the key to his heart, so that if Aizen tries to kill him, then the gates will be shut for eternity and he'll never be able to come out. That kind of thing. Yeah. Like, I do wonder um if that was something that they could have done. Why have they not done it? Why have they not sealed him for eternity? Because, because I was assuming he's still in this situation because nobody can do something to him. But, like, they're threatening him with, like, what, like, with stuff like, oh, like, if you kill him, the gates of Muken will be sealed for eternity and you'll be stuck. So if they're threatening him with this, I'm assuming that this threat is not a lie. It is actually going to happen. If that is the case, why didn't they do that from the very beginning? Couldn't they have sealed him from the very beginning? Like, not very beginning, but after he was captured and after he was put here in the prison. Couldn't they have completely sealed him and be done with it? Or maybe they kept him in this situation because they thought maybe in the future we'll need his help or something like that. I do wonder. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it was like something like that. Maybe they were like, yeah, you know what? Instead of just completely sealing him from eternity, maybe just keep him in this, like, state, so that, in the future, if we actually need him for something, there's a possibility to negotiate with him and make him help us out, which is currently happening now, because we do need his help now. So yeah, I don't know. And if it was something like that, I'm assuming it's probably the Shinigamis who took that decision, because I doubt the Central 46 would ever be willing to keep him alive, or I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just like thinking of these things. Either way, the main thing is that Aizen is now like, okay, so you want me to help you guys out, and and Kiraku's like, no, like, technically not, but our goals are kind of the same, so it will the it will be helpful if you come with us. And yeah, that's basically what he's trying to say. Because because I'm guessing Aizen, obviously, as far as I can remember, his main goal was to get like Soul King's power, you know something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while. I've forgotten like a few of the things from Bleach, the first Bleach. So as far as I can remember, it was something like that. Like he wanted to get like Soul King's power or something like that. So in this situation, at least, the fact that Yahaba is trying to destroy like the Soul King and just destroy everything, yeah, that is definitely something that if Aizen wants to complete his goal, that is going to be a big problem. So I'm guessing that's what Kyoraku is saying. Kyoraku is like, yeah, you know what? We don't want like the worlds to get destroyed. You don't want Yohabaha to seize control of this place. So our goals are the same. Let's cooperate at least for now. Something like that. Yeah. So I I wonder how other people will react after seeing him on the field. Yo, that'll be funny. Right. Anyways, so yeah. Also, uh, this this part where they open. So he's like, I'm guessing he's every. How many keys did they say he has? 30 or something. Um, Something like that. Yeah, I'm assuming. So they seal like each and every part of his body with each separate lock. So his mouth has a lock, his eyes has a lock, his hands have a lock, his legs have a lock, basically like that. And he only opened his mouth, and wait a minute, did he just stand up? Didn't he? Wait a minute, let me check. Yeah, he says you're right when he opens the lock, and he's like, Kirkus like, impossible. I only removed the seal on his mouth, and yeah, he just stood up. He's just standing up. Right, that is crazy. There you go, and yeah, that is the situation now. Oh, also that guy, he just starts rushing. He's like, oh, stop, let me restrain you first. And Kyoraku's like, dude, stop, don't go near him. Who's gonna listen? He just gets burned up himself. And yeah, as Aizen explains, it's not even that he deliberately killed him or anything. It's just the fact that his like power, his spiritual, like like, what did he call it? Like his pressure. Wait a minute. Yeah, these restraints do not eliminate my spiritual pressure. There you go. They can only keep it near me. So basically, he's like, yeah, my spiritual pressure is not gone. It's just very close to me. So if you come that close to me, you're gonna get vaporized. So yeah, it's your fault. I don't know. I didn't tell you to come rush towards me. You're the one who did it yourself, and you have yourself to blame for it. Yeah, and yeah, that there you go. That is what Aizen is doing now. So like I was saying, I feel like Aizen will be a huge asset if he actually cooperates with us. So this is Aizen we're talking about. I don't know up until how long we can even like trust him. Like maybe somewhere down the line he's just going to backstab us. I don't know. Anything can happen. Like and like maybe just imagine like we somehow defeat Yahabaha and defeat everything, and we have won, and we're like, yeah, finally we did it, and then bam, suddenly a sword is sticking out from the torso. Aizen is like, yeah, there you go, that's what you get for trusting me. I could see that happening. I just don't know up until what degree, or because the thing is, we'll be fighting against a strong enemy. You know, in no way can you always keep your eye on Aizen. If he starts some kind of mischief midway, nobody will know, and he probably can get away with it. And I just don't know if a situation like that comes, what is even going to happen. You know? Yeah. Anyways, you know what? Let's wait and see. And there you go. That was today's episode. Okay, that was that. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Now, okay, before I begin, like I've been hearing from the comments that a lot of the scenes are actually like like reintroduced in anime. For example, like a few of the things from like season 2 of Thousand Year Blood War, this current season that's happening, a few of the extra stuff has been added, and things like that. I do wonder if in today's episode there was something extra, maybe like Ukitake's past or something, like that whole section, maybe that was like added into the anime now, like kind of currently, because I think like like a lot of people kind of told me this, that Bleach, the final few chapters in the manga were kind of rushed because of, I think, some kind of a reason. I don't remember the exact reason, but I think like they were uh like I think like the higher ups, they were probably like rushing or telling like the author to quickly complete it or something like that. So the author didn't have like the time to like put everything out. But now that he has gotten the chance, like he's like adding these extra things that he probably wanted to add them in the manga but never was able to in the anime. Something like that, I'm assuming. So I'm thinking maybe today's episode also had something extra that was not there in the manga. I haven't read the manga, so I cannot really say. um yeah, let me know. Anyways, yeah, so let us begin scene by scene discussion. In the very first scene, you can see um, some people uh, like saying, like, like calling Mimi Hagi-sama and asking him. Oh no, sorry. Before that, Ukitake comes in, and Ukitake's like, "I'll take the Soul King's place in over there, and I'll explain it to you guys later. There's not enough time." So he takes out his dress, and that ash thing kind of gets like kind of gets up. Now this ash thing really reminds me, like this dark these thing kind of reminds me of what was his name? Osho. Yeah, Osho's like power of telling, like, the black color out, that kind of thing. Maybe it's very similar to that. I do wonder, because the thing is, I don't trust Osho anymore, especially after the previous episode. He seems fishy, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's like plotting something in the background. I don't know. I just don't trust him. Like he's doing some stuff that is making me a little bit like, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Ukitake is like, I don't have time to explain. Let's do this. So then after that, we get the little bit of a flashback where in the Rukon district, the East 76 district, Sakahone. Here you can see people, like there's few people who are like calling Mimi Hagi-sama and kind of chanting like a prayer and asking Mimi Hagi-sama to save Ukitake. His parents were like, "I'm so sorry, I wasn't able to give birth to you healthy," and the problem was with his lungs. So, they're crying and everything, and Ukitake was almost like had almost given up, and then suddenly something happens. Ukitake gets transported into this weird empty space, and you can see Mimi Hagi-sama, which is like the hand with an eye, crying in front of him, and he goes and scoops up the tear and, like, kind of puts it in his mouth, drinks it, and that is when I guess Mimi Hagi-sama gets transported into his body and goes to his lungs and stops the progression of the disease, which we'll get to know later on. Kyoraku told Ukitake what exactly happened. Since that was, I think, the left arm, or was it the right arm of the Soul King. One of the arms advances something, the other one's like stops something. So this was something that stopped something, which is, which was Ukitake's disease. Yeah, so that's what happens. Now there's a moment you can see here that it kind of goes inside Ukitake, and then Ukitake's hair become black. He opens his eyes, and then the black from his hair like goes up. So I don't know if there's like a significance of this scene, but his hair was white from the beginning, and then when Mimi Hagi-sama gets into him, his hair turns black. In this inner whatever this place they were in, and then the black color from the hair goes out again, and his hair again turns white. Anyways, so then in the real world he wakes up and he's like, "Oh, like I'm fine," and his parents were thankful, and there you go. That is the day where he got a new life. Now you can see after that Ukitake is like, obviously, like a normal kid, like walking around like Serete and everything, the Rukon district, and he came across this one dude who was trying to harass a grandma, and the grandma just beat him up. And he's like, "Bro, like, like, you want to get strong, come with us then." And he's like, "Miss Oyone has quite a reputation in this parts," but the thug wasn't listening to him, and the thug tries to beat him up as well, and Ukitake just stops him. And yeah, then the thug is like, "You know what, whatever, let me just leave," and he just leaves. Right. Yeah, but then you can see Ukitake coughs again, the blood comes out. So, it's pretty obvious at that point that the disease hasn't gone away completely, it is still there within him. Right. Okay. And then the next scene we get to see Ukitake is sparring with Kyoraku. And all the, like, everyone was there. What was his name? Yamamoto, yeah. Yamamoto's there, Unohana's there, and this other guy, I forgot his name. This dude who was, who we saw in the flashback, who, uh, I forgot his name, but I think he was like the lieutenant of Yamamoto, something like that. I've forgotten his name as well. I know who he is. I remember him, but I've just forgotten who he is. Anyways, so they're there and they're like conducting the battle, supervising over it, and Ukitake, you can see Kyoraku and Ukitake is like fairly evenly matched, but then Ukitake coughs up blood, but Kyoraku doesn't stop. He just keeps going, and Ukitake also keeps going. Eventually, it was like a tie. So Kyoraku's like, damn, even after he was like coughing blood, you didn't stop. You kept going, and he's like, same to you. Even if when I was coughing blood, you didn't stop attacking me. like like normally people would be like kind of hesitate at that point, but nope, he's like, yeah, let's just keep continuing. Right, anyways, so after that they have a conversation, and Ukitaka asks him to buy that thing, that little thing, the Monaka sweets, yeah, buy help him buy the Monaka sweets and where they can be found. And Kyoraku was pretty amused with that, because he's like, yeah, usually people ask me to introduce them to girls or something. You're telling me to introduce to a sweet, and he says like, oh, this has alcohol within it, but obviously he was bringing it for the kids, so he was like, oh, having alcohol is a bit of problematic because they shouldn't drink. Anyways, as you can see, there's a little like a little montage over here where we see the seasons passing, and little by little Kyoraku and Ukitaka become friends. Ukitaka tells Kyoraku about Mimihagi-sama, and Kyoraku's like, damn, so he actually exists. So turns out, the rumors are that this Mimihagi-sama is a part of Soul King. Soul King's power, it got detached and fell from the heavens. And I was wondering here, I was like, okay, so this is, since it's a local deity, is this thing somehow connected to the Soul King? Because Soul King is the god. Yeah, turns out exactly that is what happened. So, this is part of like the Soul King. And yeah, and this is where he also asks him, like, you can see the hand, you can see the eye. If you like, it's like a like a fisted hand you can see with the eye. Yeah, he says like the body with Soul King is said to bring many blessings. Left hand controls advancement, right hand controls stillness. So that is why, since this is the right hand, it was able to stop his illness from it advancing. So they didn't really take out his illness or anything like that or cure it. They just stopped it, and that is why even now he kind of coughs up blood and everything, but the disease is still within him. It's just that it's not letting it deteriorate anymore and keeping him alive like that. Yeah. And later on we also get to see like Ukitake had like a little bit of a like a like a heated conversation with the Central 46 when they were telling him to have a lieutenant. After Kayan's death, he was like, I'm not going to, like, nobody can replace him. So I'm not going to take a lieutenant. If I die, I die. You can just choose another captain then, like, I don't need a lieutenant anymore. Yeah. Okay, and this is also where Kyoraku tells him that, you know what, since even after everything that happened to you, the fact that you're still alive over here must mean that your time is still not up. You have something else to do in this world, in this place. So, this is not your time. So, keep doing whatever you're doing, and it's not the time for you now. But finally, now, currently in the present, as we all can see, this is the time for him. That is why he decided to bring out Mimihagi-sama and become the replacement for the Soul King. Another little flashback we get to see where Yamamoto, when Yamamoto died, Unohana, Ukitake, and Kyoraku, all of them are there, and they're mourning for him, and yeah. So that was that. Kyoraku was saying like, I just like I like he says like what does he say here, like, oh, under better circumstances I'd be sharing a drink with you, at which he's like, oh, usually I drink when I get dumped by girls, at which Unohana's like, then you don't have to worry about it because I'll have my eye on you, completely. And then that Unohana as well says goodbye to Ukitake, during that whole scene. And Ukitake was like, during Kenpachi, Zaki Kenpachi's, that whole thing. And Ukitake was like, we'll see each other soon, because, he knows that he will probably have in the future this power that he has within him. He'll have to use it for something else. So he was just like, yeah, I'm just here on borrowed time, and time will come when I'll have to pay it back in full, and I'm ready to do it. So yeah, and now is that time. As you can see, he's like telling Mimihagi-sama to take complete control of his body, and that will also kind of so that he can stabilize the Soul King for now. And this is called kamikake. Like every organ of the body will now belong to Mimihagi. And Rukia's like, obviously Rukia and everyone else was like, like sorrowed by this. But Ukitake is like, don't worry, I've just been causing trouble for you guys, but this is my time to do something. Yeah. And while he's performing his duties, Kyoraku's like, I'll have to perform my duty. There's two types of battles: a battle to protect life and a battle to protect one's honor. Yeah. Okay, and here we have Kyoraku in front of Aizen. Later we get to see Ichigo is still fighting Yahabaha, and Yahaba's like, what are you doing? Like, you don't have any need to fight me anymore. The Soul King is gone. Everything will be destroyed. So, anyways, Ichigo's continuing to distract him, fighting. While Hiroichi comes up with a plan, he tells that we'll all distract him more. Orihime go and try to fix the Soul King. And obviously, since Orihime's power isn't really healing, it is like more of time reversal. Yeah, I guess Yoruichi and everyone else thought this might work, because time reversal is literally just reversing time. So you're not really trying to heal someone, you're just reversing time and making it as if the initial attack never happened. So that might have actually worked, but turns out, like, she uses her power and it does kind of fix it for a moment and then it gets destroyed again. So yeah, and that's why Yahabaha was so calm about it. I'm guessing Yahabaha also saw this coming in his future, and that's why he was so calm. He was like, yeah, this is going to do nothing. And it kind of makes sense, because as Yahabaha says, you think merely a human can fix the Soul King? In no way is that possible. And like I said, it makes sense because even he himself couldn't do anything to destroy the Soul King. It was only someone like Ichigo, who literally has everything within him, from Shinigami to Quincy to Fullbringer to Hollow. Like, he's the only type of person who was able to destroy the Soul King. So how can a mere human be someone who can fix him? That wouldn't make any sense either. So that's why he's like, it was never going to work. So there you go. So this is what's happening. Soul King's power is fading away. However, Ukitake, Mimihagi comes and like wraps it around it and stabilizes the Soul King. This is where Yahabaha is astonished. He's like, never saw this in my future, like in the future, like what is going on? And so yeah, this is like a question. Like I said, I'm sure they'll explain this question later on, the answer to it, give us the answer. At least what I can think of now is that because it's Mimihagi-sama is related to the Soul King, maybe he couldn't see into that future. But who knows, maybe there might be some other explanation in the future. We'll see. Either way, Soifon here deduces that maybe this will only last up until Ukitake is alive. When Ukitake dies, so this stabilization will probably fail. So, we'll have to do something about this before Ukitake dies. And Urahara has no idea because he himself hasn't heard about Kamikake before. But he's like, I think Soifon is right. We'll have to somehow stabilize it before something happens to Ukitake. Yeah, and then we move on to Kyoraku again. And Kyoraku is trying to talk to Aizen. Aizen is not speaking, and he's like, why you're not speaking using your spiritual pressure? You could have easily done that. Anyways, let me unlock your mouth. And he unlocks his mouth. That only is required for him to just stand up, and he's like, oh, you've brought 2 other keys, haven't you? Why don't you use those as well? You brought it here for a reason, I'm assuming. Yeah. And this is where Kyoraku reveals that, you know what, I have the key in my heart, 1 key. So if you try to kill me, this place will be closed for eternity. You won't be able to get out. So, you better keep me alive. And right. Anyways, yeah, then he's like, I bet you want to go outside. And then this dude tries to go and restrain him, and he just gets vaporized. As in, it's like, come on, like, it's not as if my spiritual pressure is gone. It's just very close to me. So you shouldn't have come running into me, and like, you shouldn't have done that. You just self-destructed like that. Right. Anyways, now Aizen is like, why do you think I'll help you? For this, you think I'll fight for the sake of Soul Society? At which Kyoraku's like, no, I'm not asking you to fight for Soul Society. I'm telling you that we share similar interests. And Aizen's like, you're a funny man, Kyoraku. Yeah, and he's like thinking like what to do, I guess. I doubt he's thinking what to do. He probably has everything planned. He probably saw this coming as well, and he's just playing along. Right, but we'll see what happens. And there you go. That was today's episode number 3 of Bleach 1000-Year Blood War conflict. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Bleach. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.